Hi there, it's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot, and this is the monthly reading for it's a general monthly reading because it's for the collective. So let's clear the energy. Angel Spirits Guides, excuse me. Can we have some cards, please, for the month of March for Scorpio? So what do Scorpios need to pay attention to this coming month? Angel Spirits Guides, cards for Scorpio, please, for March. Cards for Scorpio for March, please. We have the community, cornucopia, and angel of love. That's lovely. Okay, so the community is about your relationships in general, your friendships, who you know in your community, the people in your world, the people you work with, the people you live by. Cornucopia is abundance of abundance, so that's a brilliant card to have. An angel of love. So let's see whether that's romantic love, family love, whatever. So angel spirits guides, excuse me. And can I just ask Scorpio, okay, if you are enjoying these little readings, can you please like, share, subscribe, and leave a little comment, please. That would be great. I love reading the comments. And it's the same people who are kind enough to do it every week. So why don't you be bold and leave me a comment, even if you don't, if your reading doesn't resonate with you. Right, so clarifiers, please, for Scorpio. Community, we have the Three of Swords. We have Justice. And we have the Devil. Cornucopia, we have the World. Oh, that's fabulous. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Tarot. Wow, you're getting some challenging cards. Angel of Love, Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Oh, a challenging month by the looks of things. And yet you have the World and Cornucopia, which are fabulous. But so I'm just going to look at them just in general. Straight away, I'm going to say to you, there's going to be some challenges, some disappointment in store in March, but your outcome is good. So let's start. I'm going to start with the first, the center, the last card here, because they hold important positions in regards to the other cards. They have influence. And then I'm going to read all of them and how the story actually comes together. Now, I'm going to start here with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is disappointment, maybe feeling let down. It's come out under community, so it may feel that somebody you know or trust is going to disappoint you. Now, this can be with either gossip or withholding the truth. It can be gossip, being two-faced, so somebody can be being two-faced, and it's just not very nice. Now, the Five of Cups is a cup of sorrow, a cup of loss, a cup of grief. And Spirit would be saying to you, okay, we acknowledge the hurt, we acknowledge the pain, but you can't stay in that energy. It's not helping you. You need to lift your head, and because you've still got two cups here, which are fully upright. So it's about being mindful, going back to gratitude. So something will hurt and it will feel like a big loss. It will, whether it's the end of a friendship, feeling really let down by somebody or something or some, or a system, and being angry with the world. But Spirit are saying you can't stay in that. You've got to look at the bigger picture, because you've got cornucopia here. That is the abundance of abundance. So although something is maybe happening in March, say, which will upset you, disappoint you, the long-term outlook is actually really good. So it's about getting over something. And your last card, the ninth, is the Hermit. The Hermit is often that card of people are quite frightened when they see it in readings, because they think, oh my God, that means I'm going to be alone. I'm not going to have a relationship. It means anything but that. Then the Hermit travels the world. But he travels the world with his staff and his light, and he's very secure in himself. So this is a card about internal resources. So after disappointment, experiencing loss, you will be moving on. You'll feel stronger. You will feel way, way stronger. You'll think, right, if I if I've managed this bit of disappointment, I can cope with anything. This is about, and it's about actually cracking on now. So it's coming out under Angel of Love. The disappointment, the betrayal can mean that somebody that you really are close to will hurt you. And that's sad. So it can be a girlfriend, it can be a work colleague, it can be somebody you trusted. It can be bigger than that, but it can be small as well. And it's how much emphasis you actually place on that hurt. Because Spirit are saying to me that there's a bit of wallowing going on. So, and I don't mean to disrespect anyone's grief if it's a bereavement, but they're also saying you need to pick yourself up, go back to being mindful, or be mindful if you've never tried it. Look it up on, there's masses of it on YouTube about staying in the moment, staying present, and not keep being dragged back to the past. Now, in regards to your Three of Swords, which is that disappointment card, we've got Justice. And the Justice, you've got five major arcana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards out of 9. So something is definitely energetically big or shifting this month. So in regards to the Three of Swords, you've got the card of Justice, which says the truth will come out. Something is going to come to light. Something is going to be made fair, because this is often the card about a wrong being, so something that's not right, it's incorrect, it's not fair. So I'm feeling very much unfair. So the energy is of hurt and betrayal, and then the truth comes out and you find out about it, and you can then put the balance right. You maybe get a chance to say, well, that's not true, if it's just gossip, or you can get a chance to address a situation. You can get a chance to address the person that's saying something. But it can be a process that drags you down for a short period of time. So this is central here. So you need to be careful of your thoughts this month, that you cannot allow one thing that's going wrong to pervade everything, all areas, the entire month. Now, the Devil here is a card of obsession. It can be when you really cannot let go of something or somebody, and you're just so stuck. Now, it's come out under the line of feeling wronged and the truth coming out about a wrong. And this can actually drive a person literally insane. And they can feel vengeful, they can feel bitter, they can feel angry. They might want to lash out. They may want to punish, they may want to hurt. And it's not a healthy energy at all. So, and it can really push your buttons to the point where the negative attraction you have with a behaviour will kick in. So this can be about getting news about something. It upsets you, disappoints you, makes you feel let down. What's the first thing you do? You'll either eat your way out of it, or you'll drink, or you'll revert to a behaviour that you know gives you comfort in the moment and yet isn't good for you in the longer term. Now, this whole situation is also going to create a tower moment. A tower moment can be when we're pushed out our comfort zone, when we face a challenge. And that challenge, it doesn't need to take over everything. It's that moment where we still have choices. And the choice can be, am I going to just accept this? Am I going to accept? Now, something has crumbled in the tower. So the lightning struck it, the tower's crumbling because that tower was never strong enough to start with. And in this instance, it feels like a friendship or a relationship of some sort. So you'll hear something. Now, the negative attachment to the behaviour can be, well, if I just pretend it didn't happen, I can just ignore it, even though you know it's happened, and it's best not to ignore it, but there's your comfort zone, because you're getting pushed out the comfort zone here. Or it can be when you fire, when you really go the opposite way and you want to go around and beat somebody up. But you know that that's not a healthy behaviour, but at the same time it feels overpowering in the moment when you're being tested. So there's a test coming for you this month, there's a challenge coming for you, and you may find yourself reverting back to something you thought you had long since dealt with. And it can be disappointing, but don't stay in that energy. It's not major. The outcome is still good, really good. So just don't let the obstacles, the challenges, the negative occurrences which are going to transpire. We all have to face those, all of us. So don't stay in that energy. You have a choice how you're going to behave. You have a choice. Now you can look at that tower, it's crumbled, it's come down. Now you've got the choice either to brush away the debris and then rebuild that tower into something really solid, or you can walk away entirely. The choice is yours. So something that does feel big in the month, but it needn't rule the entire month, and it needn't affect the ongoing outcomes, because the ongoing outcomes look good. So we have the world here, so which is under cornucopia. Now this is abundance, major abundance. So there's a different cycle coming in for you in general, and that cycle is where all the potential is. So I would be saying to you, try and see the bigger picture, look to your future, don't get mired down in crap that you may find will raise its head this month. And that crap can take many forms. This is a general reading. It's not specific to any one person, so I've got to generalize here. So you've got the world. And it's shaped like that for a reason, because it's to remind us of a cycle. So it's when a cycle is ending, new cycle beginning. And hopefully for me, this will mean the cycle moving away from disappointment, moving away from negative feelings of hurt, anger, betrayal, letdown, all of that stuff, and then moving into the new era. And the new era has really beautiful cards. It's got the Angel of Love, so you've got romantic, and this is romantic love as well, because we've got the Knight here. The Knight is going to make an offer. Now, normally when it's the page, the page is normally that first date, when somebody may be watching you and thinking, I'm going to ask that person out. Now, bear in mind, these cards are not, the court cards are not gender specific. So I'm not saying it's a male. It can be when someone, so the page is the one that can be watching you and trying to pluck up the courage to ask you out. This is more serious. So when he comes out with Angel of Love, this is about somebody really going to make an offer of commitment. Okay? So that offer of commitment can be, let's move in together, let's tell our families, let's go and get a house together, let's get engaged. So there's an offer of commitment coming in for you, which will make you feel secure. It's like the light at the end of a rotten tunnel. So it feels like it's been a bit dark here. Now, community, as I say, is about your friendships, your relationships, whatever. And it can also be work related. So it can be, that's a bit of a mixture. So it can be anywhere, but you're moving away from that negative energy and you're moving into a place where you feel more secure. Because Angel of Love is about how we feel about ourselves as well. So something may cause you in this energy to doubt yourself, to make you feel, can I do this? Am I up to scratch? Oh my God, will they like me? Will I be any good? So you're moving into a really positive cycle where your self-esteem will go back up again, because it's going to take a little bit of a dent or a knock with this challenge. And for those that are not in a relationship, there may be somebody coming in that is really going to be committed, consistent, because he is very committed. This is like the love declaration, the moving on declaration. Let's move it to the next level. So, and if you're already in a relationship, you might find that your relationship deepens. This is when you might hear, is it time for us to start a family? Is it time for us to do this? Is it time for us to do that? Because this is all about commitment, and it's beautiful. So the cornucopia abundance is in many areas. So you're moving out of it's something happens. Let's get over this. I don't want to make it too dramatic. Something happens that disappoints you, upsets you. I mean, you got the three most negative cards in the whole deck. There's only one more that. So I can't deny that something is going to rock you a little bit this month. Something's going to challenge you. Something's going to make you doubt yourself, doubt your own sanity even. And this is when I would be saying to you, Spirit are saying, don't stay in that energy. Try and look at it realistically and take a decision. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let it change my plans. I'm not going to let it knock me to any extent, because you've got to keep your eye on the bigger picture, which is good. Now, the Page of Pentacles here, this is all about stability now. This is about like a career or a job, and about getting an offer of some, and it's the beginning. But it could mean that you need to learn something, that it may involve a bit of training, but it's about long-term commitment. So when I see him come out with the Angel of Love and the Knight of Cups as well, it just feels that you'll find your feet in a job situation as well, where you really sort of think, I'm feeling the love here. I'm feeling that these people are genuine, or this boss is genuine, or the company are genuine. I'm really feeling it. And this is about career consolidation. It might not be, maybe when you have a bit of a switch in career, you may have, you may take a career break. You may go on to do something different, that hence the learning. You may need to learn new skills. And this is all about you moving into this new cycle, this new era. So the Page of the Hermit finishing here would definitely say that you're going to have to draw on your internal resources this month, but you're going to come out tops. As I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Something will disappoint you, upset you, but you're going to be challenged. But by God, after a challenge, you've got the world and cornucopia. I'm not even in the slightest fazed by it. It's just one of these things that we all have to face. You will face it. You need to be aware that emotionally you may dip, and that's where you're going to have to pay attention. It's okay to acknowledge, I'm hurt, I'm feeling this. You acknowledge it all you want, and the more you acknowledge it, you're getting it out your system, you're cleansing your system. But you cannot stay in that energy. So take a decision. You've got a decision here with that Tower. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay? But come what may, don't stay in that energy, whatever decision you take in regards to other people or situations. Right, let's have a look at the enchanted map. I'm feeling very much that you're going to feel betrayed by somebody. And I feel as well that somebody is behind your back, which is a shame. But that needn't affect your vision, your goal, your dream. It's a learning. So angels, spirits, guys, can we have an enchanted map card, please, for Scorpio? Wide open. So this is about moving on and potential. It's about beginning to make yourself established, feeling safe, building something. So you're moving on. Now, there's another card that's actually cracked wide open, which is more of a shock, like the Tower, but it's not that. So it's saying you're moving on to stability. You're moving on to a time or doing something. This is about building. 6 is about really consolidating something, which he's about consolidating your career. So you will see an energy shift this month. So the month might not start off brilliantly, but it's going to end up really good. Now let's pull a soul card. So angels, spirits, guys, let's have a soul card. What could be a challenge at a soul level for Scorpio? Or what do they have to be aware of, pay attention to? At a soul level, please. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Right. So you're being asked, even when you're challenged, and you are going to be challenged, to try and see it from different, from somebody else's point of view. That takes a lot of guts. When you're angry, you're upset, and you're disappointed, and then someone says, well, try and see it from their point of view. You may not be feeling it. You may not be wanting to see it from anybody else's point of view, because you know how you see it, and you're fuming, you're angry, you're upset, you're disappointed, all of that stuff. That's your challenge. to actually, when the proverbial is beginning to hit the fan, of trying to remain empathic. So if you're feeling betrayed by somebody, it's about actually saying, I wonder what caused them, what's inside them that caused them to say that, or do this, or act like that, or betray me, or what's going on for them. And hats off to you if you're able to do it, because it is a challenge. But be aware you've got the angel of love, and that love is also about self-love, and actually just trying to extend it out a little bit to others, and just trying to understand. Because sometimes we cannot understand people, but there's your challenge this month, to have empathy for somebody or something. But very much I feel it's going to be this part here where you're going to be angry, upset, or disappointed with someone. Okay, Scorpio, I feel you're not getting off to the best start in March, but I do see it coming right. So challenges, but just hang on to your hat. You've got the World, big travel card. So he's the Hermit's the lonely traveller. He travels the entire world, and then we've got the World. So emphasis on travelling, emphasis on abundance, emphasis on love and commitment, but it's not without its challenges at the beginning. So I hope that makes sense to you. You can always let me know how it pans out after a few weeks, and I look forward to hearing from you. So bye for now, Scorpio.